showtime. Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to the MHRT show. Wait a minute, I screwed up. Okay, let me start over.
I don't have another beer to chug. It's two beers in here, so that's going to be a bigger chug.
Welcome to the Broncos Buzz. Hey, it's Friday the 13th. What can I say, man?
Hey, if that's our 13 hiccup, then I'll take it.
Welcome to the Broncos Buzz on the MHRT network.
Here, you want me to do the intro?
Go for it. You haven't done it before, so go for it. Enjoy yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Broncos Buzz here on the MHRT network. This is a show that's about his reaction, his emotions, my emotions, your comments in the chat. This is Broncos Buzz. Not as good as Bill can do it, but hey not bad for an improvise.
I kind of like that too. Hello, welcome, boys and girls, and welcome, men and women, whatever you said. It was good.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Bronco fans.
There you
welcome
go.
To Bronco Buzz.
There you go. Hey, like I said, it's Friday the 13th. What the heck, man? Hey, you know, they always say that, you know what's funny is my favorite number is 13. And you know what? My niece, my oldest niece on my wife's side is here today with her baby. It's gonna be 8 months tomorrow. God, I can't believe it's gonna be 8 months tomorrow. Good heavens. Not tomorrow, Sunday, 15th. But in any case, what I'm saying is her favorite number is 13. And when she played softball, she wore number 13. She was pretty good. So anyways, do you have any kind of weird things about Friday the 13th, or you just, well, obviously the show does, because that's how we started out. What? I can't hear you. He's trying to fix his microphone, but just pick one that works, or we'll do sign. Oh, he's backing out. Okay, now he's back in. Now he's back out. Hey,
I'm good now.
Okay, now I can hear you. Okay, so you don't have anything in kind of weird stuff about Friday 13th?
No. You want to know something? If you think about it, you'll let it get to you, and everything will work against you. You know what? It's just another Friday in the month of March of 2026.
Yep. Very, very good point. Very good point. You know what a lot of people don't realize is whatever happens in February, like let's say, last month was Friday the 13th, right? In February. It's always the same in March. All the days in February line up with all the days in March except leap year. Isn't that interesting?
That's true. No, that's true.
Interesting. Besides that, how was your week, man? I know you've been busy with your how's your son's baseball game going?
Oh, my son's basically this is where we have the overlapping of two sports, basketball playoffs and the start of baseball season. So this week on Monday, he had basketball practice. My daughter had basketball practice. Tuesday, my son had baseball practice. My daughter had dance. Wednesday, my son had a baseball game, which he won. Yesterday, he had a basketball practice and a baseball practice. Tonight, my daughter has dance. Tomorrow, my son has a basketball game. My daughter has a basketball game. My son has a baseball game. And my father has been here all week long, so I've been taking care of my 86-year-old dad.
Wow.
I need a keg. Quickly.
So other than that, you're just kicking back, doing nothing with your feet propped up, right?
You know, this is the first rest that I've had in 6 days. So I'm glad that I get to do the show with you and everybody in the chat tonight. And so with that, why don't we start going to the chat? And David Yonkin, evening, everyone. Question for you two. What do you think is going on with Patton and Peyton Is it tension between them?
We're gonna get into that very topic. In fact, the main topic of the show is called "And Still Nothing." It's talking about free agencies. We will get into that. There's a whole lot of different directions we're going. We have a jackass of the week. I know Spence always says these guys think that they're above the law, which they are. They're not above the law. They think that they are.
Oh, this is a good guys. This is good. You're gonna love this jackass.
But I didn't bring that one, but I will. I will bring that. Well, I actually
got a second one.
A second one.
Oh, so, the other one we talked about, I did the research on it. It's good.
Good. Okay. Really so what I'll do is, because I kind of pushed that aside because it's still a jackass of the week, big time. But I brought in one that's more police oriented, put it that way. And but you know what I'm saying? It's more police oriented. So I'll go ahead and we'll touch on the first one. Do you want me to do the police oriented one, or you want to do the one we're talking about first?
The one we're talking about first, please.
Okay, we'll do that when we get to the jackass of the week. But right now, so tensions. I'm not quite sure if he's talking about George Payton wants certain players. Sean Payton doesn't. I don't know. I don't know what their mindset is, but we will get into some players that the Broncos brought back, and we'll talk about, in my opinion, we'll talk about what that means. I'm not going to give it away right now, but we'll talk about what that means. My nephew, Bobby said, gentlemen, happy Friday the 13th. You already saw how we started the show off, if you were there at the very beginning. So, yeah, I screwed that up completely.
Hey, if that's the worst thing that happens on Friday the 13th for you.
Well, your microphone, this microphone that you have isn't working right now. So you're using a backup microphone. Don't hear a thing.
I guess. I don't know.
Move it out of the way and let's see. Move it completely out of the way.
Is it working?
Nope. I can hear you, but not from them.
Man, I'm on the backup.
So I'm saying it's Friday the 13th, man.
There's
Just
my Friday the 13th. I guess the microphone's right there.
Oh, it's hilarious, man. Hilarious. Paul Shatter, what is up? Says, don't worry, everyone. We signed another mediocre football player, a 5'6" running back. Okay, well, we'll touch on all of these things. We'll touch on all these. He said, follows up by saying, we wouldn't have restructured all these contracts just to save Walmart money. Again, you guys are touching the fringes of that topic we're going to get into. And when we do, you guys stick around. When we do, it's going to be very, very interesting as to my thoughts, Spence's thoughts, and of course, you guys, your comments in the chat. Really do appreciate each and every one of your comments. Absolutely. Paul Shatter says, I'm sure we overpaid Julio. I don't think so. Probably $8 million a year because he is hardworking. Hey, we're re-signing
value.
Right. We're re-signing the players that were free agents, which is a smart move. Well, not all of them. And we'll get into that too. No. Oh, sorry. Let me go this one. No, Bobby. No. George Payton does not want to go back to Minnesota. He wants to stay in Denver. He loves it in Denver. I know he came from Minnesota. I know he's your guy because you're a Minnesota Viking fan, which is all good. It's all well and good. But no, we love George Payton. We don't want him to go anywhere. He's doing just fine. Freaking Rudy. My brother-in-law from Vegas says, okay, fine. Then you and Steve are the bomb. Dude, we are the bomb.
Hey, Alex Trebek called me by a different name on a game show. So I'll take it. That's right.
He called you. What do you call you?
Stuart,
that's right. How do you get to Stuart, man? From Smith. David Yarkin says, well, guys, there has to be something dumb going on with them too. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really going to buy into that because I don't know. Wow, the chat is just blowing up. I just can't keep. Hey, now Rue's going to start calling you Stuart.
Cool.
Well, at least you're used to that one, right?
Hey, I want a Jeep Wrangler on a game show being called Stuart. I'll take it.
Absolutely. Bobby's really happy. Again, I don't understand. He wasn't that good in Arizona, but Bobby's really happy about Kyler Murray going to the Vikings, which all of these things you guys are bringing up, we're going to hit the topics. So instead of just going through the chat, let's hit some of the topics.
Bring it on.
Very first one, we're going to start out with the Broncos. Then we're going to go to the AFC West, and then we're going to go to the NFL, all pertain to free agents. So here we go. The Denver Broncos entered free agency just like the other 31 teams last Monday. However, unlike other teams, the Broncos, as of today, are the only team that hasn't signed any player outside of their own free agents. Alex Singleton, J.K. Dobbins, and Lil Jordan Humphrey, to name a few, all have been re-signed by Denver. Spence, what in heaven's name is going on?
Well, here's what happens. When you start free agency, the first crop are usually the high demand. And so what's going to happen is the higher demand people are going to command higher salaries. Remember this, we came into this offseason with only $20 million in cap space available. So do we make one big splash, or do we take care of little needs and little necessities? That's what we're doing right now. Plus, you want that first wave to go through and see what prices is going to be set for certain positions. I mean, look at what the Raiders did with getting the center from Baltimore. Talk about setting a new bar for an offensive lineman at $27 million.
Highest paid ever.
So that, and you know who's happy right now? Every sports agent's going, yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see. My client is close to as good as that guy. So he's going to get $26 million a year, which means I get 3 to 4% of that. So give me. Look, the Broncos are doing what they did last year. They're taking their time. They're waiting for their opportunity, but they're taking care of their own internal needs first. And that's what you got to do with whatever cap space you have available. Now, they've gotten with some re-signings and restructurings. They've got more available cap space. Is there someone out there they're eyeing? Possibly. But you don't go after the quote big fish in the first run through, because everybody else who has cap space, like the Raiders, like Carolina, they're going to go after the big fish. I mean, look at some of the big fish. You know, Tyler Linderbaum, we talked about, 3 years, $81 million. The one that really shocked me was Malik Willis getting 3 years and $67.5 million to go to Miami, and he wasn't even the starter. I mean, how desperate is Miami? Miami had 14 free agents. 11 of them have already bolted. 1 re-signed, and 2 haven't had anything happen yet.
Well, what about the Chiefs, who got the running back from Seattle, Walker? They paid a mint for him, and then you go to ETN, who went to New Orleans for bank. Yep. He said the Broncos and the Chiefs are both interested in him, but he said, "Hey, I went for the money." He didn't mind.
This is the strategy the Broncos used last year. They weren't first in to get free agents. They waited until that second tier of guys who want to win, not who care about getting paid and then claiming to have injuries and then pulling a Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. Just kidding.
Yeah. Don't worry. My essential tremors calm.
So let me throw this at you. the Broncos re-signed J.K. Dobbins. They re-signed, like I said, they re-signed
Singleton,
Singleton, which
Humphreys,
I'm glad.
Strand,
Little Jen, Stennard. We got under contract of key players like Cortland Sutton and others. Are the Broncos, in your opinion, are the Broncos really satisfied by going to the playoff 2 years ago, winning the division this past year, and making it to the AFC Championship? Are they satisfied enough to sit on their hands, so to speak, with the players they have, or are they wasting Bo Nix's talent and his rookie year?
No, I think we were on the precipice of going to the Super Bowl if it wasn't for Bo Nix's injury. Now, I know New England fans are going to be like, yeah, we went to Denver and beat you. You beat us with a backup quarterback.
In the snow.
In the snow with bad decision making.
Yep.
All right. Can't wait for that rematch with a healthy Bo Nix. So look out for that. But let's look at it this way. Denver made it all the way to the AFC Championship game with the team they had, and they were on the improve. They were up and coming. They just need to fill in a few holes. Now, the one re-signing that I questioned was the tight end Trackman. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure why they re-signed him. I was not a fan of his abilities to be an effective tight end.
Well, so, maybe with the new coaching staff that Peyton's put in because of all the guys that deflected to the Buffalo Broncos. I mean, the Buffalo Bills. Speaking of people defecting, but we'll get into that too. But maybe bringing in another receivers coach or whatever, a tight ends coach, may make a difference. I don't know.
But there's still some great talent that's out there. And I think the coaching staff designed them. It's just, if you're desperate, let's look at the Oakland Raiders and all of their signings.
Or Vegas Raiders, wherever they are now.
Vegas Raiders, sorry about that.
It's all good, man. They're
Friday
still
the 13th gets me again. No, but let's look at the Vegas Raiders and how desperate they are to put a quality signing on. Signing the Philly linebacker, Nico Dean, to a 3-year deal. Getting the kicker from San Francisco, Matt Gay, 1-year deal. Tyler Linderbaum, 3 years, $81 million. Minnesota receiver, Jalen Naylor, 3 years, $35 million. Quincy Walker from the fullback from Green Bay, 3 years, $40.5 million. Defensive end, Kwity Paye, 3 years, $48 million. They had the cap space and they had needs to fill, and they were players. Now, are these guys going to work out? That's the risk you take by paying the big dollars right now. But look at the Broncos. They've got the core. They signed all their core players during the season. They took care of the necessities off season. Yeah, so they haven't made a big splash. You know what? Come and get our title. We have the AFC West title. We're going to be a competitive team this year. Bo Nix is going to have his ankle put back together correctly so he can be a bigger threat. He's got an offensive play caller who's going to be on his same level. He's got the tools. They're filling in little slots. And who knows? There is maybe possibly a big splash coming. So stay tuned. Yep. This is just the Bronco way right now, is not to go out there and act like you're all desperate. There's been 259 free agent signings right now. Patience. There's still some big fish out there for you to get.
As Aaron Rodgers would say, RELAX. Relax.
Don't do it. Dun, 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 dun. Relax. Don't do it.
Oh, check mark for copyright friction. No, I'm just kidding. Speaking of the Raiders, this is going to, I've got a thought about this. I have a theory about this. And here we go. This is interesting. The Baltimore Ravens were all set to trade for Raiders Max Crosby, but Crosby failed his physical. So the trade was canceled. However, in the meantime, the Raiders beefed up their defense. Now with Crosby back, was this suspicious? And did the Raiders know all along that he would fail his physical? Was this a coup? Was this maybe a ploy to get other players to come to Vegas with Tom Brady? And knowing full well that it possibly could allow Crosby to come back? Am I being am I being a conspiracy theorist or whatever? Think about it. Think about it for a minute, Spence. He goes potentially to Baltimore. They bring in 2 key players, and now he comes back. Come on. Is that coincidental? It's not coincidental to me.
I would say this. It is coincidental, or it's suspicious. Let's say it's just suspicious, because let's just say this. Go to a franchise like the New Orleans Saints. Now, would they pull shenanigans like this? Unlikely. But the history of the Raider organization leads you to believe there was some shenanigans here and something was not right, because the Raiders signed one of the most sought out offensive linemen. They get another defensive end from Baltimore. Baltimore clears all this cap space, and they get their picks back. You know what? You can't put a finger on the exact yes, that's it. But you're connecting pieces that just say something stinks in Vegas town.
Yep.
Now, I know the Raider fans are going to be like, no, nothing like that. Nothing to see here. Come on, you're wrong. Bleep, 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 bleep.
just like the tuck rule or the holy roller, all these things that,
yeah, it just, there's
not that the tuck rule went in their favor, but didn't. But I'm just saying, things that happen involving the Raiders.
Something stinks in Vegas town.
Yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a freaking minute. Because, he goes to Baltimore, they get draft picks, they get these players, and all of a sudden it's all nixed. It's just like that would never fly on any other team. Any other team. It just wouldn't. Okay, go back to the chat real quick.
Wyatt Jasper Golick. Niners got Dre Greenlaw. Yeah, I think you got him back. Didn't we take him from the Niners last year?
Yep. We only had him for 1 year.
You know what? We didn't have the cap space. It's unfortunate, but
yeah,
good luck, and I hope he helps the 49ers.
My nephew Bobby says, what's the over-under on games played next year for J.K. Dobbins? Due to injuries, obviously.
12.5.
You're going to say 12.5? Is that what you're looking at?
12.5 over-under.
Is that a Vegas thing? Speaking of Vegas.
No, I just came up with it right now in my head. 12.5.
Okay. 12.5 out of 17. I don't like those odds. I don't like that. I want 17 out of 17.
I do. No, I don't want 17 out of 17. I want 20 out of 20.
Well, true. Okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. Andrew, what is up? Andrew 718. He says, big trade coming. I don't know. We'll get into that. We will definitely get in it. So guys, stick around. We got some other topics to get out of the way, and then we'll dive into some of the ones you guys are pinpointing. No doubt about it. Jack Canna, what is up? Says Bill and Spence. Cheers, brothers. What's up,
Cheers,
my
Jack.
brother?
How we doing? How many am I behind you already?
Doesn't matter because you're not increasing.
Yes, I am.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, I can't open the cans and put them on, fill up the cup on air. I gotta come pre-poured.
Who says you can't?
The boss.
Oh yeah, forgot.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Well, I didn't forget that she's your boss or Mary. I didn't forget that. But Dom Mars 58. By the way, 1958 is when I was born. So good number there. 58.
Nice.
I know it's not for me. I know it's for Von Miller. It's okay. Did Njoku visit the Broncos? I have not heard that he has. I don't think he has. But that's not a good. I mean, that's not a bad call there to get him. There's absolutely silence from the Broncos in anything they're doing.
Rudy wants to be our water boy for 100,000 a year. 100,000 what? 250?
$100,000.
Oh,
100. You know, I mean, think about it.
I can only afford 100,000 yen.
I kind of wonder what those water boys get paid. They're not volunteers. They can't be volunteers, right? You can't volunteer for an NFL team, can you?
Yes, you can.
You can?
Yep.
Wow.
An organization will take any volunteer. So, hey, Rodney Garcia, how you doing? Raiders really revamped their roster. Oh yeah, they went big.
Oh yeah, they did.
Right out of the gates here. We were just talking about everybody.
Yeah.
Even including, and I didn't see if it was official or not. Did they sign Kirk Cousins?
Who? They're going to. I don't know if it's official or not, but I know they are. That's another one we're talking about. Let's see. Jack, you're kidding, right? You're kidding. Bill and Spence, have the Broncos improved so far?
Yeah.
Hello? Look at the topic. It says, and still nothing. We haven't done a dang thing but sat on our hands and, well, I think we'll just sign the guys we got because after all, we made it to the AFC West, AFC Championship, so I guess we're okay. No, you got to get somebody. Get to the next level.
Hey, we have improved by getting an offensive coordinator who's going to do play calling. That's an improvement.
That's an improvement, but I don't know, man. I'm still dumbfounded as to what in heaven's name we're not doing. You know,
well, we're not overspending. We're not going out for the big fish and using up all of our cap space for the. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on.
What?
Hang on. Where is it?
I don't see it.
Rudy Garcia.
Rudy
Garcia.
Thank you so much. Happy Friday, guys. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it so much,
Rodney, go ahead. Rodney, go ahead. Post a comment, whatever it may be, a topic, whatever, and we will talk about it right now. Thanks to your super chat. So really do appreciate it. We'll keep that up there. And then when we see you flash up in the chat, we'll bring it back up. So really do appreciate it.
Hang on. Paul Shader, we have not gotten worse.
I didn't say we got worse, but in my opinion, we didn't get better. Because we
haven't taken a step forward yet. You know, when you want to improve, you got to be patient, but you don't come out of the starting gate to make a big splash of someone who may or may not be overpaid. I mean, you've got 20 million in cap space, and do you spend it all on one guy, or do you take care of little needs here and there?
This is good. This is good from my nephew, Bobby. Remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Exactly right. And that's why Crosby went back to Vegas, because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And he's staying in Vegas.
Okay, hang on here. Spence, do you want to trade with the Ravens?
Trade what?
Well, let's see. I'd like to trade my neighbor across the way, who's being a pain in the you know what. I'd like to trade him for one of your neighbors, Ravens.
Wow. Even now he wants to trade families and uproot people and move them to cold weather places.
Well, yay. You know what? If you have a cold shoulder and a cold heart, go to a cold weather place.
True. Okay, so do you agree with this? My nephew Bobby said Nix is entering his third year of his rookie contract. Broncos are just penny pinching now to lock Nix up on a big extension next year. Yes or no?
I think they're filling needs because they can't. You don't want to sign Bo Nix right now and then he gets injured in the middle of the start of the contract. Take the value you have now for the rookie contract. Yes, is it going to be worth more down the road? Yes, that's possibly true, but use the value he has, his salary value now, and fill needs everywhere else. And then we'll worry about the big dollar amount that he's more than deserving down the road. But if you do that now you put yourself in a penny pinching situation where you can't bring in other resources. Maybe you have to cut a resource or two. So it's
good point.
No, it's a numbers game.
Yeah, good point. Turtle 4614. Nice to see you in the chat.
Welcome to the show, Turtle. How you doing?
Says we lost to a team in AFC who almost didn't score in the Super Bowl. And now the players who let us down, we resign. That makes us worse at the very least for right now. Agree or disagree? But it was snow. I don't blame it on the team itself. I'll say this before your comments. I don't blame it on the team itself. A backup quarterback, poor decision, play calling by Sean Payton, and then a second half snow blizzard. So I don't really blame it on the Bronco players. I blame it more on Sean Payton and his ridiculous play calling. What do you think?
Yeah, I know. And if we're going back to that AFC championship game, there's two factors. One, you have a backup quarterback. You don't want to put him into a challenging situation. And a few times he got put into a challenging situation. Two, you know a snowstorm's coming. You've got some of the best weather guys who are telling you it's going to hit around. Everybody, we all knew when the storm was going to hit. It was going to hit sometime around 3 or 4 o'clock. The weather guys the night before said mid to late afternoon, the snowstorm's going to hit. So they knew what that decision making, not putting the, and we'll revamp it. That fourth down call again. You have a backup quarterback. Yeah, you want to be aggressive, but you got to know your situation, that you're up 7-0. Yes, you're on the 11-yard line. Take the points, make it a 2-score game. Put the stress on the New England Patriots, because that right there play turned the momentum all the way around. New England didn't go all the way down and score on their next possession, but they put themselves in a position to score and put us back on our toes, back on our heels.
Now, after Rodney gave us that generous super chat, he came in with the question, so we're going to respond to it. It says, who do you guys think we draft at number 30? Is it? And I don't know a specific person name, but I would say, what position do we go after at number 30?
I'm torn between tight end and linebacker.
Okay. All right.
Because think of who's going to still be left or who might be available at that position. Anyone of high caliber talent is going to be gone. Any running back of high caliber is going to probably be gone. Any wide receiver, any defensive lineman is going to be gone.
Now, do the Broncos use any of their draft picks to move up?
That's a possibility. Now, but if you're going to move up, who are you targeting? There hasn't been any whispers of who they're targeting right now. So
there hasn't been any whisper from anything from their camp.
yeah, nothing yet.
True.
It's coming.
True. Let's see. Anybody else before we get to back into the topics? Boy, the chat is just blowing up, which is fantastic.
Oh, did we get this one here from? I'm not sure exactly what that means, but
I don't know either. But I'd like to know where he's from.
Sergey Andredev.
That almost looks Russian. If you look at the bigger word right after the P or the backwards P, it's a backwards N. That almost looks Russian.
Pox. Yes.
So that's interesting. That is interesting.
Well, then, cheers to you.
I'd really like to know where he's from. Speaking of where he's from, I'd also like to know where Turtle is from. I know we already put this up there, but Turtle, I'd like to know where you're from.
Symbol. So where is he from? Yeah,
because he says "Good day, guys." So I don't know if he's in another part. You know, I like to know where are you guys from? That'd be awesome to know. Be awesome to know, man. Really do appreciate people from all over this country. And Turtle's in Colorado Springs.
Oh, nice.
Nice. All right. Well, Spence has some family in Colorado. So I got some friends and relatives, not relatives, but friends in Colorado. Had a sister that lived there, but now she moved to New Jersey 30-some years ago.
And my sister went to college in Colorado Springs. So
nice.
She didn't want to fly, so I had to drive her back. That drive. Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot. Rodney says he would love to have running back Coleman or Washington.
Washington, I think, would be a good mix for this offense. Coleman.
Is he going to fall to 30? Or does Denver have to move up?
But here you go again. Do we want... Right now, I don't want to get another rookie running back. I think if we're gonna bring in a veteran, I think we need to bring in a veteran at a running back position. I don't want to see two rookies or second-year players on our roster.
I agree.
And I love RJ Harvey, but I think he needs a little more seasoning in the running back position.
Graham, I have not seen you in a long time, man.
What's happening, Graham?
Nice to have you in the chat again, man.
And
Newhouse.
Newhouse.
Go Eagles.
Newhouse. Right. Go Eagles. Not War Eagle. Yeah, War Eagle for Bo Nix when he went to Auburn.
Oh man, were you picking that up? I didn't see that. Okay.
Oh, way up.
Oh, okay.
I'm catching up to you.
No problem. All right. Let's go to the AFC West. Man, this is a fun show tonight. You guys have been active. You guys are electric. You guys are bringing the energy. Love it. Absolutely.
Randy, just down to Molson, Broncos management is not changing up their roster enough. Maybe. Randy, okay, I'm going to make a mental note. When I go down into the west side of West Los Angeles, I know there's a liquor store. The guy says he's got Molson down there. I will remember to pick it up on my way back to Santa Clarita from the west
He'll
side.
have to drive 150,000 miles to find it. He said he couldn't find the one he was looking for before.
No, that was in my area here in Santa Clarita. No! Randy, I'm working on it. I promise. I'm making a note right now. I'll put a reminder on my phone. So, I made the promise to him, and I did not keep it. And I was the jackass of the week. I know. So,
and you know what, Randy? I got to tell you, I'm glad you brought it back up because you got to keep Spence on his toes. You got to keep him honest. Because if he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. He did it for didn't you do it for somebody else? You did something for somebody else.
I did it for a New England fan who was a big Sam Adams fan. So I did.
See that,
I did do it. He said the summer ale specifically. I found the summer ale, even though it was winter time. I did find
it was winter time. Oh my gosh!
Hey,
dude.
This is what we do for our fans. This is what we do for you guys in the chat. We go out of our way to make this a fun show for everybody.
We do. We do our best. We try real hard. All right. AFC West. We talked about the Broncos and Max Crosby in particular with the Raiders. Now we're going to AFC West in general. Huh?
Jack's had 9 beers already.
When did he start? 10 o'clock this morning?
No, remember at 12 o'clock.
I know. All right. Let's talk about the AFC West. Okay. How about the Raiders and their improvement? Free agency, and Spence talked about it a little bit. Free agency, Kirk Cousins has been signed or going to be. Defensive end from the Colts, Kidney Pay has signed. Wide receiver from the Minnesota Vikings, who could be reunited with Kirk Cousins, Jalen Naylor, has also signed with the Raiders. If the Raiders are not out to prove to everybody in the AFC West, let alone the NFL, particularly the AFC West, we're tired of sucking, we're tired of being in last place, and we're tired of losing. And I know exactly where that comes from. It doesn't come from the owner Davis. It comes from the one and only 7-time Super Bowl champion, Tom Brady. That's where it's coming from. And people say, oh, he's only a minority owner. BS. Yeah, he might be a minority owner, but he's a majority speaker. He's a majority motivator. He's a majority get it done type of person. I don't know where Spence just went. But anyways, that's, in my opinion, that's who's controlling the Raiders right now. And if anybody out there thinks that the Raiders are blowing smoke rings or blowing smoke, you're mistaken. They're on the move upward. And if Kirk Cousins comes into the fold and starts, because Geno Smith is gone. Geno Smith went back to the Jets where they drafted him. What a stupid move. Hell, I mean, the Jets are just a mess. The Jets are a mess. Anyways, so you've got Kirk Cousins on the Raiders, potentially. Looks like he's going to sign. Then you have Naylor from the Vikings, who's now on the Raiders. You've got Max Crosby back on the Raiders. You have all these other players that are joining the Raiders. Anybody thinks out there that the Raiders are not serious? The Broncos are in trouble, guys. The Broncos are in trouble. In my opinion, the Broncos are in trouble. Why? Because the Kansas City Chiefs have beefed up. They signed the running back from Seattle, Walker, the MVP of the Super Bowl. They signed him as a running back. Yeah, ridiculous amount of money for, a guy. Yeah, he won the MVP of the Super Bowl, but look who they played. They played the Patriots. I mean, granted, Seattle's, much better team than the Patriots, but nonetheless, they signed him to a huge contract. So that being said, Chiefs have beefed up because they've gone outside of their own people, their own in-house people, and signed from outside. Chargers, I mean, they got a couple of players. I wouldn't say it's a big splash in the overall picture of things, but the Raiders, oh my gosh. The Raiders are going to be a team to be reckoned with. Absolutely going to be a team to be reckoned with because of what they've done, because of the chances that they've taken by getting these players or signing these players. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't have any clue whatsoever to even think about where Denver's going to be next year. Do I think they're going to win a division? Not the way it's looking right now. Not with the players that the other teams have gotten. So I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Unless Denver makes a huge splash, and again, we still don't know about Bo Nix. Is he going to come back 100%? But then again, is Patrick Mahomes going to come back at 100%? There's a lot of tangibles, a lot of tangibles. The only tangible that is solid right now in the AFC West, quarterback wise, are the Chargers with Justin Herbert. He's solid. I mean, he's got his wrist and everything, but that's on his non-throwing hand. He's going to be fine. So he's solid. Bo Nix, we don't know because of his ankle. And then you've got, I'll get you up to speed in a minute, Kona. And then you've got Kirk Cousins, who we don't know what's going to happen. So, and like I said, and then you got Mahomes. We don't know how he's going to be. Basically, what I was saying, Spence, is that regarding the AFC West, we don't really know where the Broncos are going to stand because the Raiders have beefed up, the Chiefs have beefed up. The only good solid quarterback that doesn't have any injury or coming from one team to another is the Chargers with Justin Herbert. We don't know about the ankle of Bo Nix. We don't know about the knee of Mahomes, and we don't know how Kirk Cousins is going to play in Oakland, or excuse me, Las Vegas.
But Herbert's always a walking injury guy. He's going to find a way to do something to his wrist, something to his elbow, something to his head, something to his shoulder.
True.
So
true. That's true.
Sorry, everybody. We had a little internet flicker right before, I guess, something happened. My son comes in. It's like, what happened to the internet? I'm going, what? And then all of a sudden I lost you guys. So sorry about that.
You just wanted to step back because you didn't like the topic, but it's okay.
No, I like talking about Raiders. But anyways,
hey, Dakota Miller says the Raiders are coming fast. We'll make playoffs by 2027. You know what? I would not doubt that. I would not doubt that one bit. And I just talked about it for the last couple minutes. So yeah, the Raiders are scary right now. In my opinion, the Raiders are scary right now. And the worst thing to happen to the Broncos in the AFC West is Tom Brady being a member of the Vegas Raiders. That's the worst thing that could happen.
Well, and what's going to happen with the Raiders is how quickly Mendoza can develop. And
that's another thing I forgot about. Yeah, well, that's probably why they're bringing in Kirk Cousins to be the mentor, or at least a starter, so to speak.
Yeah, if Kirk Cousins knows his role, he's going to probably come in, play the first 4 or 5 games unless he goes 5-0, and then he's going to eventually hand it off to Mendoza. So if Kirk Cousins knows his position and knows what his approach is to being part of the team and is accepting of it, and the Raider organization is accepting of it, then it's going to be a good match. And if there's anybody who can come, who has the experience and the knowledge and can be a good teacher, it's Kirk Cousins. Now, why it didn't work out in Atlanta, who knows?
Well,
maybe
Atlanta's a mess too.
Yeah, maybe their quarterback wasn't ready to listen to Kirk Cousins or to learn. And Kirk Cousins is just like, I'm out of here. So,
yeah. Hey, Graham has a good thought, and this has always bothered me because I've known this for a while too. Nix has dealt with the same injury of the ankle like 2 or 3 other times. So if that's the case, isn't that a what's it called? Acute problem?
So and it's something I've discussed. Good topic, Graham. So he broke his ankle in high school, got ankle surgery. It wasn't a full reconstruction. He broke his ankle in college, didn't get that quality surgery. This time he broke his ankle and he got the full reconstruction. I've had this reconstruction where basically they break bones to put everything back together. It's painful. And I was in a cast above my knee, halfway above my knee, all the way down to my foot for almost 4 months. And then slow rehabilitation. I'm good right now. Now, granted, if my son says, hey, Dad, let's go for a 3-mile run, I probably wouldn't make the 3 miles. But I can play many beach volleyball games. I mean, I got in 6 last night. So of high caliber, not just
Good gosh,
bump,
dude.
no, bump set.
Dang, dude. Paul Shatter said it's not the same ankle.
It is.
Okay.
I think it is.
Okay. All right. Well, that's encouraging because if it's not the same ankle, then we're really screwed. Because that means you got 2 bad legs or 2 bad feet. All right. We are going to go to the first of the 2 jackass of the week. I'm going to set this one up for Spence. He's going to go ahead and he did the in-depth on this one. I did the in-depth on the second one. So we're going to get right to this week's double jackass of the week. Here's number 1.
Not really the police, but
You suck, you jackass.
No, but it still pertains. Go
it's
ahead.
worse. It's worse than the police.
So let me set it up. So there was supposed to be a wedding in the next 3 or 4 months involving quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott, and his lovely fiance. However, they had a double bachelorette and bachelor party that went south. Spence, take it from there.
So essentially this, Dak Prescott got multiple accusations of infidelity. There is, in theory, there is video evidence of this. And she said, wedding's off. I'm done. Goodbye. See you later.
But they have 2 kids.
I know. Multiple infidelities. Multiple.
So let me ask you that. I know you're going to get into it more depth. So let me ask you this. I don't care what the female looks like or whatever, but she's gorgeous. But it doesn't matter. The bottom line is simply this. You make a commitment. You make a vow. Now, I get it. It wasn't a marriage vow, and that's beside the point. People have infidelity in marriages. What the heck? So you make a vow or a promise to someone you say you love, and then you do multiple acts against her in infidelity.
Allegedly.
You know what?
Allegedly.
Okay, but I mean, if there's something out there, if there's suspicion or something's out there. Something's out there. And the thing is I don't blame her for calling it off. But Dak Prescott said, "What you again? You think you're above the law? In this case, above the commitment." I don't get these guys. You know what that did to me? What that did to me when I heard that is I thought to myself, you know what? This guy I never really thought that much of Dak Prescott anyways. I don't really like the Cowboys and the ownership of Jerry Jones and the whole Dallas Cowboy thing or whatever. But when you are in the spotlight like an athlete, and you do something like this, your reputation is tarnished in the basement. And you know what? I hope she finds somebody that really loves her. I hope she finds somebody that will marry her and take care of her and adore her like every husband should do. I know I do that with my wife, and Spence, I know that you do that with your wife. I would never think about cheating on my wife ever.
Because she'll change my sex from in very quick, fast, in a hurry.
She'll do a Lorena. Remember that Lorena Bobbitt?
Lorena Bobbitt.
Can you imagine that?
She'll go more Lorena than Lorena.
I don't even want to know what that is. I don't even want to. But in just wrapping up that particular one, what are your thoughts about a person like a Dak Prescott that would do something like that? Months, not years, months before the wedding.
Well, it tells me he's not ready for commitment. And you know what? He still wants to play the field. He's got an ego, and he thinks he can do whatever he wants to without being accountable or responsible to anybody. And you know what? He's gonna now have a reputation. So here come all the gold diggers who are gonna come after him. And it's like, yep, he's ready to play the field.
Well, how about the flip side? The flip side is they have 2 kids, 2 girls. I believe it's 2 girls.
This is gonna be ugly.
Exactly. And they say, well, we want to raise them in the best way we possibly can. They're going to grow up to know that they're not, that's their mom and dad, but they're not their mom and dad, if you know what I mean. They're not together. And so basically, instead of just hurting each other, they've hurt the kids.
Exactly.
Indirectly, they've hurt the kids. And that's the worst thing you can do. It's the worst thing you can do is hurt the kids.
Okay, and Sergey came back. I'm going to try to find out the translation of that, but all good.
He's got peace and thumbs up. At least he got thumbs up and not the middle finger up. So I guess we're okay.
Oh, we're not number 1?
Oh, no, this way we are.
Oh, we're number 1. We're number 1. We're number 1. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Gotcha. Exactly. Okay. Now we're going into the second jackass of the week, and this one does involve the police. Here we go.
Bring it.
You suck, you jackass.
Well, we talked about Kirk Cousins. It's not about him, but we talked about Kirk Cousins, who was released by the Atlanta Falcons. Well, here's somebody else that the Falcons are not willing to release at this moment. Okay. Falcons defensive end James Pierce Jr. has been charged with 3 felonies, including aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. Doesn't say what the weapon was. This incident involved his ex-girlfriend, WNBA player Rakia Jackson. This is according and fabricated, or not fabricated, not fabricated. This is in according to not fabricated. What's the word I'm looking for? Collaborated and is true by ESPN. Pierce followed Jackson in his vehicle and caused an accident as she attempted to reach a police station. Okay, now she's being threatened and she's being scared to death, obviously. Pierce then led a police chase in which he crashed his car and fled on foot before being subdued by police. Oh, yeah, this is good, huh? The Falcons, are you ready for this? The Falcons have so far declined to release Pierce, saying, and I quote, "We're in the process of gathering more information," end quote.
You have to.
No, they're in the process of not wanting to get a really good defensive end player, regardless of what he attempted to do or wanted to do to his ex-girlfriend. He follows her down, chases her basically. She's trying to get to a police station for help. It didn't say if she got there or not, but he ended up causing an accident. And then he flees and he gets in a police chase. And then he crashes his car. And then he runs on foot before he's subdued. This guy's an absolute moron, absolute jackass, idiot. And the Falcons are standing behind him saying, well, we need more information. We're not going to release him right now because you know why? Because he's a dang good player. That's why.
Well, yes and no. If you overreact now and you release him and he's somehow, not saying it's going to happen, somehow found innocent or is not charged,
how can he be
violating? You would be violating the player's rights in the NFL player agreement.
Okay, let me ask you this real quick, Spence. How they have documented that he fled the police. That's a felony, hit and run felony. He's got to be guilty.
Has he been charged? That's the thing. They're waiting for They're probably waiting for charges to be filed against him. then they'll release him. But right now, you've got to play middle of the road because there's been no charges filed yet. Yes, there's all this evidence. Yes, the police have all the videos, everything like that. But until official charges have been filed, you basically, as the organization has to say, you got to let the legal system play out before you can react. If you overreact and somehow he's found innocent, it happened to one player, and I can't remember what it was, and I was doing my research and I couldn't find it, but he was accused of crimes that he did not commit. They were hellacious. He was released. His contract was terminated because he was charged. He was found innocent and he was found not culpable. He went back and he sued the organization, and I could not remember which player it was, and I couldn't find it. But this is why when something like this happens, the organizations can't overreact right now. Now, once he is charged and the Falcons or the NFL have done their due diligence and have enough evidence, that's when they'll release him.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. But I was just like, come on, man. I mean,
you can't you got to look from a liability standpoint. If you overreact and release him and somehow he's found not guilty or he's not charged or anything like this, then you basically put yourself at risk. So
yeah,
it's going to happen. It's not happening today or this week, but it's going to happen pretty soon.
Good point.
And by the way, Paul Shader, yep, Dak's ex-fiance was pretty hot. Oh, yeah. I've seen some of the photos.
Oh, yeah.
Dak's not this day. Welder's Fence brings in a very interesting
how you doing? Haven't seen you.
Why would his reputation be tarnished? We want him throwing touchdowns. This has nothing to do with football, does it? You never know. Integrity, but also it could stick into his head, his off-field situation. It's going to affect him one way or another. Maybe he now gets focused.
Wow.
And he starts coming around being a better player, or maybe he starts going down the drain. You never know, but it's going to affect him one way or another.
Mentally, yeah, because might be thinking about it, or you never know. Absolutely never know. All right, let's get back. Man, the chat has blown up since.
Amen.
Forgot
about Ty Eagles. Ty Eagles, how you doing? I agree with you, Bill. This is a problem, but this is the problem with all of it.
Talking about probably the second one. Probably with James Pierce.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Or could be with Dak Prescott. Could be with Dak Prescott. Who knows?
Ty, what's your beer of choice? Let me know.
Robert says some of the best athletes have multiple affairs. Yeah, but it doesn't make it right. Yeah. It doesn't, and I mean, granted, I'm a firm believer of you take a vow and you stick to that vow. And I mean, if you're going to take a vow in front of everybody that's watching, in front of God, because that's who you're taking a vow to as well, and to your wife and or / husband if you're a wife, and you take that vow for better or for worse, for rich or for poor, for sickness and health, till death do you part. That's what you do. I'm a firm believer of that. And I know that I'm not going to get in the political side, but I know what, there's a whole lot of stuff that's, what? Oh, hi.
Read that from Ty.
Are you my favorite Denver Broncos team? I hope so.
Yes, we are.
I hope so. We are.
I think R and U should be switched, but
I think you are my favorite Denver. Sweet. Well, great. Ty Eagles, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, I'm glad you took me off of that other topic, because it's just, I mean, I'm just going to wrap it up by saying this. I would never turn my back on my wife in any way, shape, or form, ever.
Sierra Nevada, Jack. Wow, bold. All right, I might see if I can.
Sierra Nevada is good. Sierra Nevada, it's not all that harsh. It's not, it's not an IPA, or it's soft.
But it is heavy, and I don't drink those heavy.
It is? Sierra Nevada?
Well, all right. Let me see. You know what? I'll see if my local liquor store has a 24-ounce one. I'll get it for the next show.
Ty Eagle says, yes, I agree, but it's crazy times now. Well, it's true. It's true. Athletes think they're above their, you know. Oh, Rodney's chiming out of here. Rodney says, go back to it.
Sorry.
You gents take care and hope you all have a wonderful weekend. You too, Rodney. Thank you so much
Rod.
once again for your generosity. I really do appreciate it. Rodney, have a fantastic weekend. And wherever you may be and whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for jumping in the chat and watching the show. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Paul Shatter says, yeah, I look forward to this podcast. Cheers me up after a long week. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate that. By the way, Bill, don't know if anybody's watching it right now. Quarterfinals of the World Baseball Classic, USA up 3-0 in the top of the 4th inning.
Ahead of
Canada. Oh, Canada.
Yeah. Okay, now Robert makes a good point. My nephew, Bobby, makes a good point. He says, not saying it makes it right, talking about the affair. I'm against that. The drama of the affairs doesn't affect their play or greatness. Does it affect, like you said, could it play in their head during game time?
Yeah, who knows? You never know. Never know what the scorn of an angry woman.
Yeah,
and what she might do right before game time. Hey, Dak, I thought it was your turn to take the kids today. Yes, I know you got a game. Come on. Or do something like that. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true.
You never know how it's going to affect one person or another. All I can say is this: I'm never going to experience that. I love my wife till death do us part. Or she parts my whatever.
Speaking of parting, the NFL free agents that are still available that could part. Quote, could part from the team that they were. Hang on.
Houston, we have a problem.
Boy, it is Friday the 13th, isn't it? I mean, I plugged this thing in to charge my phone. The thing just fell right out. That's what she said, right? Anyways, so the players that are still available in free agency, I'm going to name them one at a time. You tell me, should Denver pursue them? Okay.
Okay.
Wide receiver, Juwan Jennings. Wow, we have silence.
If you can get them at a good value, I say yes.
Okay. Wide receiver. Okay, and these are listed according to the NFL rankings of how good they are. So number 19 with Juwan Jennings, that's still left. Number 22, Romeo Doubs, wide receiver.
That surprises me that he's still available. Again, if you can get him at
days ago, so
if you can get him at a good value.
Number 54, linebacker Leo Chenal.
I'd like to have him. I think he had a very high rating when it came to covering tight ends and running backs out in the flat. So if he's available at a good value, yes.
Okay, before I continue, we got to hit this one real quick. Ty Eagles says in bold means he's meaning this from his heart. You guys do great football talk. I'm just passing through. Great pickup vibes from you both. Thank you so much, Ty.
Thank you
so much, man. Thanks. Means a lot, bud. Means a lot.
Hopefully we'll see your Eagles in the Super Bowl in 2027
against the Broncos. That'd be fantastic. That'd be great.
We will see you.
Oh, we
the Broncos. We.
God, I thought you meant you and
not
me.
Yes in French, not oui. Oui,
monsieur.
Parlez-vous français? Je ne sais quoi. Je suis pas bien. Oui.
What the fuck did you just say?
I just said.
You know French?
Yes, I know my un, deux, trois, my bonjour, comment allez-vous? Je suis pas bien. Pourquoi?
Holy smokes, dude. I didn't know that. Wow. I learned something new every day from this guy. Gee whiz. Next thing I'll know, he's a freaking millionaire just doing this as a side gig. See? See?
No,
You
no,
didn't-
no, no. I'm not a millionaire.
Okay,
Yet.
Jack Kenneth says Dobbs has been signed. It's Romeo Dobbs has been signed.
Oh, okay.
Although he
Nice.
spelled it wrong because Dobbs is spelled Doubs. So if it's maybe it might be the same Dobbs, J.K. Dobbs,
J.K. Dobbs.
or R.J. or whatever it is. I don't know. Okay. Number 61, wide receiver Debo Samuel.
Injury prone.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Number 62, running back Rashad White.
Don't know him that well.
Okay. Tight end, at number 63, Dallas Goedert.
Remind me again what team he played with?
Yeah, okay. I don't either. Doesn't say on here. Doesn't say.
I honestly, the name, if he's
Let me jump
if
down
we can
to
get
number,
him at a good value, why not?
he's number 63 on there.
Okay.
Number 79, tight end David Njoku. That was brought up in the chat earlier too.
Yeah, I would love to have him on the Broncos if
Look
he's
at
available.
Paul Shatter says yes on Debo Samuel.
Yeah. Yes, you would want him, or yes, he's injury prone and we don't want to risk it.
True.
It could be either one of those.
And the last two on the list that I'm gonna say are number 96, outside linebacker Von Miller.
You know my position. You definitely bring him in because he would be that he's going to transition to mentor coach eventually. And if there's anybody who can come in and give these guys, with the Eagles,
From the Eagles. Talking about Dallas Goedert.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. Thank you so much for that for Graham. We need a tight end who's versatile. So, but yeah, Von Miller, I would love to see him as a Bronco, even if he makes the 52-man squad as number 52, he would be a great third down, second down, come in, spot play, mentor, coach. These guys need to learn how to be Super Bowl champions. And
Yep.
Von Miller has that experience. Plus, he has tons of knowledge that he could pass on to. And for him to join Sean Payton's coaching staff, win-win for everybody. I'm not sure what management is thinking, because this would be a great thing for both the momentum of the team, to help with the chemistry, help develop these defensive players, and give Von Miller a good ride off into the sunset, into the coaching ranks.
Yeah. You got to bring back the ones that helped you get to a Super Bowl, let alone win the Super Bowl, let alone be MVP of the Super Bowl, single-handedly that won it. You got to bring him back. You know, if Brown or Jennings, I don't see Brown on here. It's on this
Not
list.
sure who David was referring to, but thank you so much for the show. Is there two free agents that you're interested in, or are we thinking about trading for one of these guys?
So there you go. Paul Shatter says trade a young edge and sign Vaughn.
I definitely would love to do that. Just do we have the commodities to trade for?
And the last linebacker at number 98 is linebacker Levante David. If you're going to take a linebacker, I'm taking Von Miller.
I'm taking Von Miller.
Yeah. Yeah. And now we had a now we had a comment in the chat regarding how much cap space the Broncos have. Let me bring you up to speed. And something may be in the works with free agency or trade or something. Here it is. The Broncos have restructured Jonathan Cooper's contract, clearing $8.2 million in cap space. Here it is. According to Spot Track, I should say, a site that provides information on contracts, the Broncos have converted $10.2 million of edge rusher Jonathan Cooper's salary into a signing bonus. This move will clear $8.2 million of cap space right now and give Cooper a $5.78 million cap hit for this season. Continuing, this is interesting. This is a second contract restructure the Broncos have done this offseason. Before the start of free agency, the Broncos cleared about $11 million in cap space by restructuring guard Quinn Minor's contract. Now they get another $8.2 million from Cooper's contract. So the Broncos currently have roughly 21 or 22 million, but do not have some of the league's minimum contract the Broncos signed on Thursday. Either way, the Broncos are currently in a good place cap-wise. So what are they planning to do? That's the question. Are they going to make a splash, or are they going to use that money on draft picks?
My thought is this, is they probably have some kind of gentleman's agreement with somebody for possible trade, or
AJ Brown?
Or
do you want AJ Brown?
I think he would be bad for our chemistry.
Okay.
But I think they've got something in the works. They just had to clear up cap space. So they probably have some kind of gentleman's agreement for a trade or for a major signing, but they can't announce it right now because they don't have the cap space to fill that need. So yeah, I think there's something coming on the books. Now, who is it? What is it? Is it a big splash? Is it a big trade? Your speculation is as good as mine. I'm open to what the chat thinks. Anything or everything. What are you thinking, Bill?
First off, Jack said Broncos need the cap to sign the rookies and the hurt players later.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Because usually the incoming salaries for the rookie contracts are already predetermined for first round, second round, and I think third round, maybe not third round draft picks. But it's gonna be interesting to see what the Broncos do. Of course, still some big free agents who are out there, as you mentioned. So is there a big splash coming with one of them, and they just need the cap space and the finances to be able to do it?
Not only to be able to do that, but also, to sign the rookies too, because you're going to get some draft picks that you have to sign as well.
Yep. Ain't that true?
We've got 3 topics left. This one involves the NFL free agents that have gone elsewhere. Some of these are quite interesting. I want to get your take on that, Spence, as well as the people in the chat. Meanwhile, across the NFL, there has been major moves. Backup quarterback Malik Willis of the Packers goes to the Dolphins?
Mm-hmm.
What the heck?
Yep.
All right, hang on. Wide receiver, this one is interesting. Wide receiver Mike Evans goes to the 49ers.
I don't trust Mike Evans.
Really?
He's one of those players. He's great during the preseason, but when we get to the fourth quarter and pressure situations, he doesn't seem to make a big splash. I think it's a good move. I think for the 49ers, but they need a big splash at the receiver position.
Chargers guard Zion Johnson goes to the Browns. That has to be a money issue. That has to
money
be a
issue.
money. Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Why would you go to the Browns?
Why would you go to the Browns? I mean, we lost a free agent to the Tennessee Titans. Why would you go to the Tennessee
Yeah,
Titans?
John Franklin Myers.
Yeah, money.
Oh, and
Cha-ching.
speaking of that, I'll get to the other one in just a second. All right, well, in fact, it's right here. Broncos defensive end John Franklin Myers signs with the Titans. And then you have Tua from the Dolphins, formerly of the Dolphins, goes to the Falcons.
I think that's I think that's a mentorship. I mean, because Tua, he got released, so he gets all that money from the Miami Dolphins.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
gonna
that
get all that
boatload.
money, so he can sign for the league minimum or whatever the minimum is.
Just like Russell Wilson. And the last one on that.
Bad bill.
And the last one on that list is interesting. And I understand where this comes from, but I don't like it nonetheless. I get it because it makes more sense than just going for the money. And that is PJ Locke. Cornerback PJ Locke leaves Denver as a free agent and signs with the Dallas Cowboys. Why?
Money.
He said in his own words, the Broncos told him he would be a backup corner. Dallas said he would be a starter. Do you agree with that?
Bullshit.
Okay, I was going to say, do you trust management and ownership to actually come through with that?
No, I don't think. You want to tell somebody who's I will say this. If management did tell them, it's management's making a strategic play that they can't afford to sign him. I mean, he signed with the Dallas 1 year, $5 million. Do we trust PJ Locke to break the top, make it into the top 3 on the Broncos cornerback list?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they were being honest.
Yeah.
Who knows? You want to know something? Wish him good luck in Dallas. You'll have an opportunity there.
He's reuniting with Javonte Williams.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. Now, that was part of the next to last topic. Now we are on the last topic. And this
happy.
one, yeah, I know she is. All right. This one is extremely interesting. And Bobby, my nephew, brought it up earlier in the chat, like an hour and 15 minutes ago. Here is the last topic. The Minnesota Vikings have signed former Arizona Cardinals quarterback Tyler Murray. This signing is due to the fact that the Vikings, don't know if J.J. McCarthy can stay healthy. Head coach Kevin O'Connell said about who may be the Vikings starting quarterback this coming season, I quote, "I don't believe we have to name any one of them currently at this time," end quote. Wow. Does that speak volumes? Does that speak volumes about what he feels about J.J. McCarthy?
Excellent move by the Vikings.
Really?
Yes. You basically get a starting caliber insurance policy. Now,
yeah, but he wasn't all that good in Arizona.
He did have 1 or 2 good seasons, but they didn't put enough resources around him to take the next step. But it is a insurance policy should McCarthy fail, that you can bring in someone.
What do you mean? Should he fail? He's failed the first 2 years he's been there.
Well, you never know. Things could
the first 3 years.
The boss. Oh, why is she texting me Instagram posts? That's the boss. But no, this is a great move because he's not guaranteed the starting position, and you get a quality caliber quarterback who has experience playing in the NFL, and you don't have to pay him much. I mean,
It is
yes,
1.8 mil.
there we go. Thank you, Jack, for that. He's collecting because he got released from Arizona, so he's collecting a hefty check from there. He can play for a small amount in Minnesota, and he gets an opportunity to revamp his career.
Sure.
Good signing by both parties. There's going to be an opportunity. I mean, look at what JJ McCarthy has become, a walking injury prone quarterback.
Oh,
made
aren't you
the all-
so freaking glad they took him because of the Broncos were next?
I mean,
If they would have
look,
taken Bo Nix, we were screwed.
well, who knows? Who
Well,
knows?
true.
You never know. Just Minnesota may not have been the right situation, but Minnesota had to take him. I mean, Big Ten city and a Big Ten town in Michigan's right across the river there, right across the state. I mean, they had to take him. They had to.
Yeah.
And the Vikings have got the Vikings do have a good team. They just need to get a few pieces in the right place to make their mark into the NFC playoffs. So
Now I know I sound like I'm a Vikings not that I don't like them. That's my NFC team. That was my favorite team from 1970 to 76, and then the Broncos from 76 to present. So that's my NFC team. But being a fan of a team and critical, I'm just like I am with the Broncos when they do stupid things like they did in the championship game. Anyways, I'm critical because I want better. And I just, I feel bad for JJ McCarthy. I really do. But I also feel more sad for the Vikings because they took a chance, and hopefully Tyler Murray can ride the ship, no pun intended, although the Vikings have a ship. They can ride the ship and get it corrected, because I would love to see the Vikings and the Broncos in the Super Bowl. Should have happened in Super Bowl 33 in 1998. It didn't, because the Falcons made the field goal and the Vikings couldn't. But anyways, that's my dream Super Bowl because it's a win-win for me. That being said, I just don't know if Kyler Murray is he a Band-Aid? Is he a bridge?
No, he's an insurance policy.
I know, but is he going to be there for more than 1 year? Is it going to be a lengthy? Like I say, is he going to be? I know you say an insurance policy, a mentor, whatever, but they need a franchise quarterback, and they have not had one since Fran Tarkenton or Brett Favre. They have not had one. I mean, not Brett Favre. What am I saying? Not Brett Favre. Fran Tarkenton or
well, Brett Favre had you in the NFC Championship game against the Saints until
we threw that stupid interception.
When we went from Brett Favre to Brett Favre.
Yeah, threw that interception. But their only true real franchise quarterback was Fran Tarkenton. I can't really name one that has been there more
Kramer?
than.
What about Kramer?
Yeah, there you go. Kramer was there. You're right. But he was good, but he wasn't elite. Fran Tarkenton, although, everybody said, well, Fran Tarkenton, they didn't win a Super Bowl. They went there 4 times in the 70s. I mean, there's only 9 years in this, or 10 years if you count, 70 to 79. But they went almost half of the entire 70s. Why you look at me like that? You don't believe it?
No, I was going to ask you about other quarterbacks like Dante Culpepper.
That's another one. Bobby remembers him. Dante Culpepper. That was a good one. You're right.
What about Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, Kirk Cousins was good. He was really good. That was who was the quarterback? It was Dante Culpepper. That was the quarterback when the Vikings went 15-1 in 1998, when they should have been in the Super Bowl, but the Falcons beat them in that because the Vikings missed that field goal in overtime. I think that was Culpepper.
Yep. Jack's got a question. I do have a question after free agency. What do Ride fans want?
We're not Ride fans because we don't like Russell Wilson. Who do we want after free agency? Oh, that was Cunningham. That was Randall Cunningham. That's right. That's who the quarterback was. That Viking team. I'm telling you guys right now, if the Vikings would have been in Super Bowl 33 at 15-1 and the Broncos in Super Bowl 33, I think their record was Vikings were. I know Vikings were 15-1. I think the Broncos
we were 12-4.
I think so too. There's no way we're beating that team. Randy
Yeah.
Moss was an absolute ridiculous wide receiver. There's no way we beat that team. I don't care. I know we had Terrell Davis. I know we had Rod Smith. I know we had Shannon Sharp. I know we had John Elway. I still don't think we beat that team in 1998 in Super Bowl 33. And you know what? If the Broncos or Vikings had played that Super Bowl and the Vikings would have beat us, I would have been totally happy with it. Why? Because we had Super Bowl 32. I would have loved to have seen the Broncos win 32, the Vikings win 33. Then both of my two favorite teams would have gone back to back in kind of a weird way, but they would have gone back to back. Anyways, I just had to throw that in because, man, that year just I still can't get over that. I'm still obviously I can't get over it because I keep talking about it. All right, free.
Yep. Hey, Jack, been saying it since 2022. Forget you, Russell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what it is. And on that note, this show is concluded. Spence, before we officially wrap it up, why don't you go down the fantastic list of all of those people in the chat that gave great comments, great insight, great knowledge, and just take us home with each and every one and our gratitude and thanks for them.
And Aiden, and my son Aiden, who almost popped in. I tried to get him here, and I said to him, be a part of the show. And also my dad, who's watching, who stayed with us for a week. Dad,
nice.
I gotta say this. I apologize to the rest of the chat, but my dad's the biggest fan, and so it's got to be Dad. So Graham, Thank you very much for the compliment, for the great show, guys. Really appreciate it. We try our best, and we love having the comments from everybody in the chat. As I always say, we're all just at a big sports bar, and we're all here just chatting together. And yes, we're leading the discussion, but appreciate everybody being part of the chat and being part of our show tonight. David Yonkin, thank you for checking in with the Peyton versus Patton discussion. Robert Moreno, thank you for checking in. Thank you for being part of the show. Paul Shader, thank you for all your comments. Wonderful comments and everything up. Hang on. Mike O's trying to break some news right now. Hold up. Breaking news. The Broncos just signed absolutely nobody again. Yes, Mike. Thank you so much for breaking the news and being a part of the show. Good one-liners. But bump.
Well, he got me looking. I was like, what?
Had that out of the corner of my eyes. Thank you so much for breaking the news there. That's a good one, Mike. Appreciate that one.
That is a good one. He stopped me in my tracks.
Rudy Torres, thank you so much for keeping for your comments in the show and keeping Bill on the edge of his seat and toes every single time.
The edge of my sheet. Friday the 13th.
The nocturnal guy likes poo-poo. He made an interesting comment that we couldn't post.
Oh,
just go back up. It was
good. No, I'm not going to go back up.
Yeah, he likes poo-poo. So we'll just talk about that. Wyatt, thank you so much. He's a Niners fan. Thank you for being a part of the show. Andrew, thank you for being a part of the show too. Big trade. Hopefully it's coming. Don Mars, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Yep, we hope we get a nice tight end come and be a part of the show. Rodney Garcia, thank you so much for the super chat. We really do appreciate it. I know my kids are going to be like, Daddy, can we get some candy? Can we get by? Thank you so much for the super chat. Really do appreciate it. Sergey,
absolutely. Thank you.
I don't know any Russian, but sprechen Sie Deutsch? Anything that's German.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you
'Cause
for
I'm
being a
doing
part
like
of the show. Randy, thank you for reminding me that I need to get Molson's. I have put the reminder in my phone for Thursday to go and get some
I'll remind him
Molson's.
too. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he's going to be all over me. Brad, oh, you know what? Brad had a comment and we never showed it. So let me go find Brad's comment. Brad Hiragine. I probably mispronounced the name, but where is Brad? Well, Brad, Bill, you look for Brad's chat there. We got to pull that up. So appreciate that. Mike O, who was doing the breaking news. So I'm a Broncos fan from Massachusetts, and all I'm hearing from the Pats fan is how bad their free agency is. I said it could be worse. You know what? Do you want to go play for the Patriots when they have no cap space? Or do you want to play for the Broncos, who have a team that's on the verge of winning the Super Bowl? Tell that to all your friends there. All right. Turtle, thank you so much for being part of the show. How's life there in Colorado Springs? Say hello to all my buddies up there at, oh my God, the resort. I'm thinking oh my God, I'm having a brain fart. The big resort over there. Graham, thank you so much for all your input tonight as a big Broncos fan. Welder's Fence, thank you for your comment about the Cowboys. David Lujan, thank you so much. Brown or Jennings? I don't want AJ Brown. Jennings, I just worry about both of them hurting our chemistry that we have right now. So I don't like any of them. Jack Kenna, always thank you so much for being a part of the show. Sierra Nevadas, I know you're up to 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, but appreciate. I guess you had too many. Thanks for being a part of the show. Ty Eagles, big Philly fan. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. And Dominic Lane, thank you for jumping in. Really appreciate all you guys being a part of the show. Do you see Brad's comment?
I don't.
Oh, he made, I saw it up there. He had a comment.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going down the whole list and.
Oh, man. Well, I saw it in there. Brad, I know you chimed in and it was there, so we apologize we didn't read your comment when it came in.
I'm still trying to find it. What?
And just before we go, hey, Clayton, you just made it. As I was announcing, everyone, thank you for jumping in here. Make sure you smash that like button and share with all your buddies. We appreciate all you guys being a part of the show. Brad or Paul is a Guinness guy. That's a little heavy for me, but glad you
Guinness is good.
It's good, but I drink half of one, I become bloated right away. It's just like, oh boy. But Guinness tastes so good.
It does. It's like chocolate, man.
Yeah, it's like fun chocolate.
I didn't see it. I did not. I went through the whole thing. I didn't see it.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. And if you have a drink.
That's right. Wait a minute. The 17th is Tuesday.
Yes. If you do drink on the St.
That's
Patty's
when I
Day,
go. I'm going for my MRI on my shoulder.
Well, then you're going to need something to help spruce up your enthusiasm afterwards. Make sure you get the little green food dye in your drinks and celebrate responsibly. Bill, take us out.
All right, guys. Like you said, happy St. Patrick's Day this Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be very safe, guys. Be very safe.
Hang on. We got to Chewy, what's up?
Chewy, what's up?
We're just wrapping up the show, but wanted to give you a thank you for chiming in there right at the end. So,
well, here's the thing: we usually go almost 2 hours. He's like, "Okay, I'm just gonna catch the last 25 minutes." Nope, a little earlier today.
Got done a little early today, but happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody in the chat. Have fun, enjoy it. We will see you next Friday. Bill, take us out.
Now, one last thing. You guys missed any part of the show, go back to YouTube, go to MHRT Network or on YouTube, or go to Broncos Buzz on YouTube, and you can watch it completely in its entirety. Guys, till next Friday, enjoy your weekend. Be safe on St. Patrick's on Tuesday. We will talk to you next Friday. Till then, guys, have a fantastic rest of your night. Bye-bye.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Tempo's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down 'cause the